What is the most popular social media site? First, we're going to start with what is a social media site? It is a website that allows users to share content easily. Most most social media websites excel in one part of being a social media. For example, Twitter's good at sharing videos, Instagram's good at sharing photos, Snapchat is good for texting, so on and so on. They all have their own thing that makes them popular in that certain area. Another thing that is very good for social medias is a user interface. The definition of a user interface is the means by which the user and the computer system interact, in particular the use of input devices and software. This can make or break a social media site. No one wants to use an ugly website. You know, those websites from the early 2000s that haven't been updated and it looks like they just have a bunch of viruses on them. No one wants to use those, so why would they? When they could use Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I know that I use them because I like their user interface. My friends use it because the UI is, I'm substituting user interface for UI because it is short for user interface. And you need to have a good user interface to attract people to use the website. And some websites literally never take off because of a bad user interface. It just won't work. No one wants to look at an ugly website. It's just the way it is. And probably the most important aspect of a social media site is algorithms. Now, the definition of an algorithm is a process or set of rules to be followed in calculations or other problem-solving operations, especially by a computer. Now, an algorithm sees what you're liking and interacting with and shows you more of that. It's designed to keep you addicted and keep you coming back to the site and stay on the site as long as possible. And it is by far the most important part of the modern social media websites. No one would go on a website and would see things they're not interested. No one wants to do that. Everyone would want to go on the website to see more of what they're interested in. For example, I know a lot of people use the TikTok For You page, and all that does is it bases everything that you've liked, finds categories of that stuff, and then will show you more of that. And you'll probably notice trends in your For You page, how you'll get spammed with certain things based on what you've liked. And this is all to keep you staying on the site. It's to keep your attention. They don't want you going to other websites because this is a money game. They want you to stay with them. And now we're going to move on to the most popular social media website so far. That is Facebook. It is the most popular social media website around the world. Why? It is the man who created Mark Zuckerberg is extremely intelligent, and he notices the trends of what's going on with the other social media websites. He's combined all the good parts of each social media website. So the photos from Instagram, the videos from Twitter, I'm just going to put those two out there, and it puts those onto their site. And it has been around longer than both of those two sites that I've mentioned. The reason it's still relevant and is still the most used one is because it evolves to stay ahead of the game. See, if it just took the best parts of all of them, that's still pretty good, but it would die out eventually. But since it keeps evolving and stays ahead of the game, people keep going there because it's just, why would you use an iPhone 5 when you could use an iPhone X? It's the same thing. And now the most popular social media websites through the years. In the year 2000, the most popular social media site was called The Globe. It was basically a prehistoric version of Facebook. Not very good, but you didn't have much in the year 2000. In the year 2001, it was Planet All. But that was quickly bought and then killed by Amazon, so there's not much to say about that. In 2002, it was LiveJournal. It quickly died in the United States, but remained popular for years in Russia for microblogging. In 2003, this is probably the first one most people recognize, is called MySpace. It's another precursor of Facebook, meaning Facebook took a lot of elements of MySpace and put them onto their website, which basically killed MySpace. In 2004, it was Orkut. This social media website never took off in the US, but did take off in Brazil. In the year 2007, the most popular website was High Five. This social media website became as popular as MySpace. MySpace was the big social media at the time, and then died because it didn't evolve. 2008, it was, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this, but VKontak, I don't know. It's basically a Russian copy of Facebook. Not much to say about it. In 2009, Facebook finally became the most popular website, and it is still the most popular one, and it beats every single one of these ones in this list, but I'm just going to keep saying the ones not counting Facebook. In 2010, it was a website called Tagged. It was designed for teens, but it never really took off. In 2011, it was Tumblr. People still probably recognize Tumblr because it is still around. In 2012, the most popular website was Qzone. Died. Never took off in America, but it took off in China. In the year 2013, it was OK.ru. This is another social media website in Russia. In 2014, Reddit. I know Reddit is still around. It's more of a forum-based social media, so it's very unique in that. There's not many like it. In 2015, it was Vine. Pretty sure everyone knows what Vine is. Very short looping videos. Pretty entertaining. 2016 was Snapchat. This is probably one of the more popular social medias for our generation. In 2017, it was WeChat, but it died out very quick. Didn't last long. I've never even heard of it until I was doing this project. In 2018, it was TikTok, and everyone knows what TikTok is, so I'm not going to get into that. And then 2019, it's 2019, 2020, 2021, still Facebook, with TikTok in second place. And those are the most popular social medias through the years.